Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Trey and Duke here, back with another video. And today, guys, we have a special one for you. Today, we're going to be discussing 5 must-have items, right, if you're going to have a Cane Corso, okay? I ask that you guys stick around to the end of the video because that last one we're going to discuss is a very important one and probably the most important out of the bunch. So make sure you stick around to the end of the video. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and like this video, guys, because that's going to help get this information out to everybody who would benefit from it. All right, guys. So with that being said, let's get into it. All right, guys, the first item we're going to discuss is a dynamic duo known as the collar and the leash, okay? You want to make sure that you get your Cane Corso a quality collar, something that's heavy duty, that has, a metal buckle system or something like that, that they can't break, one that's fitted properly that they can't slip out of. And also when it comes to their leash, it doesn't have to be, something way over the top. There's different levels or lengths of leashes, but you want to make sure that you have something that's pretty high quality. All right. That's just standard. You can go, if you want a longer leash, if you're working some training stuff, that's fine. That probably won't be your ideal leash that you use for, your day-to-day walks or whatnot. I have this leash here. I believe the brand of it is Kong. And it's also linked to a Hermspringer prong collar. So Duke knows when I grab this, he's thinking about a walk, right? So that's why he jumped up like that. But this is just, something pretty simple that I have for Duke. Not that long, allows me, control, gets the job done. But I also have this shorter leash that allows for me a little bit more control. Sit. Good boy. All right, he's by. All right, I had a coworker who made this for me for Christmas, right? She knew about Duke and she made him this. I like this because I can keep him, pretty close and allow for a lot of control. So yeah, but just going back to just your system, all right, of having a just check this dude out. I just want to sit in my lap, right? Having a good system that works for you, right? A quality collar. Duke normally rocks this Bestia Aztec collar. I've had it for a while. I've actually had 2, right? Nothing wrong with the quality. The first one, he just was a pup and he grew out of it, okay? So that's this one right here, smaller. I tell you what, guys, also, if you're interested, right, you're subscribed to the channel, send us a message over on Instagram at I am Duke the Don, and I'll actually give this away. So if you're interested in this, send me a message. Let us know you saw the video and you want this. Send me your information and I'll mail it out to one of you guys. But yes, and also if you're interested in purchasing one of your own, the link is in the description box below. Use the promo code Trey and Duke and you can get yourself one as well. All right, guys, but just keep that in mind. First thing you want to make sure you have is a quality collar and, a leash. All right. So with that being said, let's get into the next item. All right, guys, next item we're going to discuss is a crate, okay? If you have a Cane Corso puppy or you're thinking about getting one, you need to understand that it is very important that you get a crate for your Cane Corso, all right? I know you're probably thinking like the one I have here for Duke is huge, and yes, it is. I mean, I can get in there, turn around, roll around, do all kind of fun stuff, right? But you don't need to get a crate this big, especially early on, okay? All you need to do is make sure you get a crate that allows them enough space to, get up, turn around, and lay down. All right, ideally, that's all they're going to need. I recommend getting one that has a divider, right? Because they're going to grow and they're going to grow quick. So you don't want to play the game where you get a crate that's great for their size and then, a month later it's too small, okay? In that case, you would just get a crate that works for them. Put that divider in there, give them some time as they get bigger, move that divider back and back. You don't want to get in a situation where you give them too much space and they start using the potty on one side of the crate and sleeping on the other. That's going to mess up your standard order of business in your house, right? I mean, trying to, house train them and potty train them and all that good stuff. So, give them a crate that has enough space for them to, move around, lay down, be comfortable. You can dress it out with a bed if you want. Cane Corsos are chewers, so just be mindful of that. They might tear up a couple beds or whatever, but make it comfortable. Maybe look for getting like a crate cover or something like that, and whatever works for you. So Duke is 4 now, and rarely is Duke ever in this crate. I mean, rarely. he has free roam in the house. If anything, he'll go upstairs to another room and lay down or something like that if I need to put him up or something like that. In this room here, in my house, this is a gym. So if I'm in here working out or something like that, if Duke comes in here, I'll tell him, oh, he'll come in and want to lay down or whatever, and I'll just say, hey, Duke, go home. Right? And that's something I always taught him as a pup. But go home means going to crate. Okay? But rarely is he ever in there. Come on, boy. Come on. Good boy. But yeah, like I was saying, guys, Duke rarely he's in the crate, but it is important for you guys to have a crate when you first get your Cane Corso puppy, and depending on your house situation, right? It allows for control, keep them away or safe if you ever need to put them up or something like that. It is a great tool. I recommend you get a crate. Use that tip to get one that maybe a little bit bigger, but get that divider, and then that could kind of save you in the pockets a little bit, so you're not constantly buying new crates and new crates. And if you have the space and you really need a crate when they get older, they have this one right here available. I think I got this from PetSmart. Yeah, it's big, guys, but it is what it is. But just understand you need a crate. All right, so let's get into the next point. All right, guys, the third must-have item we're going to discuss here for your Cane Corso is stainless steel bowls, okay? That's going to go for water bowls and your feeding bowl, food bowl, all right? It is very important that you have these because I get a lot of messages from people asking about, bumps around their Cane Corso's mouth and, what can they do about them? And I can tell you guys the first thing I ask is, do they have stainless steel bowls? And a lot of times they say no, right? And I tell them, hey, switch to stainless steel bowls, maybe get some unscented wipes, clean it up a little bit, and then try that out over the next, 2 weeks or so and see if it clears up. They'll message me back and it's cleared up, okay? This is one of Duke's feeding bowls. This is a very large bowl. I like it because it has the black on the bottom of it, right? Remind me, okay, this is for food. The other one has blue, but he knows when I have these bowls, and I have some other bowls too, but it's for feeding. And just main thing with these bowls is just make sure you keep them clean and continue to give them fresh water. Don't leave food in it, food out overnight and all this other stuff like that. And they'll be fine. And you'll see a lot of times with issues with those bumps will start going away when you move away from like those plastic bowls. Also, another point I want to bring up here is, elevate your bowls for your Cane Corso, okay? Make it a little bit easier for them because they're so big and high off the ground. A lot of times, it's a strain for them to bend down and, have to eat or drink. So if you can elevate those bowls, that'll help with, having an easy digestion tract and not having issues, whether it's like bloat or things like that. It's really going to help them out a lot, help them be comfortable while they're eating and drinking, and not putting that strain on their joints, on their neck, and things like that. So what I do is I elevate my bowls with a neat feeder, and for me, also that one's not high enough, so I, kind of made a makeshift thing for Duke when I stacked it on a couple boxes, and guess what? It works for us. All right, you could probably find a product that is built out and is fine for you. Cool. You can build one. You can make one with some boxes like I did. It doesn't matter. As long as you elevate the bowls, they'll be just fine. But just keep in mind, guys, stainless steel bowls are the way to go. Yeah, that's all we got for the third point. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. All right, guys, the fourth item I'm going to discuss here is something that Duke loves a lot. I mean, he loves a lot, and that is a rope for tug, okay? Duke has a very big rope. I'll insert some footage here, and I want to bring it out right now because, he'll get hype and he'll think we're going to play. I'll do that after I film this portion, and we'll go out and I'll have that footage for you guys to play right now. But what I'm saying is get a rope for your Cane Corso to play tug with you, all right? Now, very important point. I don't want you guys to go out there and get a rope for tug and you just give them the rope and then you bounce out and then just leave them, unsupervised with the rope. That's not the way to go because what they'll do is, right, they'll get to and through that rope pretty easily. They'll start shredding it up and they'll start to eat it, ingest it. And at that point, you're going to have to, hope they can pass it. If they can't pass it, then, that can be very fatal when you start talking about blockage and things like that. So you do not want that, okay? When you get your rope, understand this is a supervised toy that requires hands-on from you. When you play tug, you're playing tug. When you finish playing tug, the rope goes away so your Corso can't get to it. Now, why do I recommend a rope for tug? It is a great way to build confidence in your Cane Corso, strength, and also a bond with you and your pup, okay? They're gonna love that thing. They're gonna love the interactions they get from you, just going out playing. You know, they get a good exercise, good workout, you get a good workout, and you know, everybody's happy. You know, Duke really loves that rope. Anytime I grab it, he gets, you know, he already knows what time it is, and we go out and we play, and you know, he loves it. So I recommend that you guys, you know, get a rope, go out and play tug a little bit, work on that confidence, right? Remember, dog always win, especially with a young pup. You know, you could give them a little pull, right, a little play, but then just kind of get them to start understanding, like, okay, they could pull, and then let them have it on that. Now, as they get older, you start to realize, like, oh yeah, I used to let you win, but then it become more of a case where you're letting them win, but actuality, they kind of got the one up on you once they get a little bit older. But that's good because they're confident, they're strong, and you know, you can use it to work obedience drills, right? You see me with that rope out there, hold that thing up, tell Duke sit, put him in the down, up, give me paw, then I give him access to the rope. You know, things like that. You can always do a quick drill, and that way you're out training. Even if you're out, you know, public place, you got more distractions. You know, you're there, you got the rope as a reward, and you're just, you know, you're drilling, you're working. So you're working obedience, you're building a bond, and it's just such a useful tool that I found that worked out tremendous with Duke since he was a pup, and it's definitely sustained. But keep that in mind, guys. Do not leave that rope with your pup unsupervised. They will chew it up. They will start to ingest some of that stuff, and you do not want that. As we all know, blockage can be fatal, and I want you guys to be, I want your pups to grow into big, you know, dogs and live long lives, all right? And I want you guys to have good, healthy relationships with your dog. So keep that in mind, keep them safe, and allow them to have a long life. So with that being said, let's get into the next point. All right, guys, thank you for making it to this point in the video. As promised, this point right here, in my opinion, is the most important thing that you must have for your Cane Corso, and that is time. All right, guys, you have to have time for your Cane Corso puppy, okay? When you get that pup, it is going to be, I would say, life-changing, okay? You're gonna have to make some changes. You're gonna have to dedicate a lot of time to making sure that, you know, you have them on a potty schedule, that you're, you know, working in training, you're socializing your pup in the early days, and understanding that socialization doesn't stop, okay? You have to continue to work that stuff, all right? This is not a hands-off dog, or I'm just gonna get the dog and boom, everything's gonna be fine. No, guys, you have to dedicate time. So with that being, you know, at the forefront of your mind, you need to understand, you have to think about what type of job you have, your house, your living situations. Are you going to be available to, you know, take them out, like I said, socialize, or, you know, take them out on potty break? You're going to have them in a crate all day. Like, what's going to be your plan? Do you really have enough time to dedicate towards raising a good Cane Corso puppy, right? Because they're small, they're cute when they're 8, 9, 10 weeks or whatever, but they're going to grow and they're going to get big fast. And the last thing you want to have is a 100+ pound dog that is controlling you because you just did not have the proper amount of time to dedicate towards training them and taking care of them. Okay, these dogs, they cost a lot, and not just, you know, financially, but time-wise, they are a time cost. And with Duke, you know, I wanted to really get it right. I wanted to spend time with him, go out there, train, do all this stuff, and it worked out because I put that time in. I had a plan. I did a lot of research, like what a lot of you guys are probably doing right now by watching this video and just trying to learn from other Cane Corso owners, right? So you have to I want you guys to really understand this, right? It's going to take time, okay? There's going to be some adjustments, okay? You may be used to, you know, going out, traveling all the time and stuff like that. Just understand when you get that Cane Corso, right? Some things might have to go on the back burner initially so you can have a, you know, foster environment where, okay, you know, your dog is good, they're obedient, they listen, they're not a danger to anybody, that you have proper control over your pup, all this stuff, guys. But none of that happens unless you put the time in, okay? So keep that in mind, guys. You got to have time if you're going to get a Cane Corso, okay? So, all right, guys, those are my 5 must-haves for owning a Cane Corso. Thank you for making it to this point in the video, guys. If you like this video and found value in it, hit the like button, share, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, guys. And if you ever need to reach out or have any questions, reach out to me on any of our social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, even TikTok. I see those messages and I'll get back with you guys. Again, guys, just make sure you're out there, you're working hard with your pup, you're training, and you're doing right by your Cane Corso, okay? And you'll have a good, healthy, obedient Cane Corso pup that, you love on them and they'll love on you, all right, guys? So until next time, check out the video I got popping up on the screen right here, and peace.